How to balance life, family life, and ministry. Exciting question, and I can't wait to answer that together as we always do. So, before we dive in, three things, as a custom. So, like, subscribe, and comment. God bless you, and see you in a minute. So, today's question: how to balance life and ministry. Very exciting question. Myself, I'm into ministry and I'm a family man. So, I'm a father of two and I'm a husband. So, I understand the dynamic. And again, depending on what capacity you're serving in ministry, but hopefully that today answers is going to help more than one. So I'd like to know what type of ministry you're doing. Are you just a youth minister? Are you youth pastor, and or are you a singer in a church? And what is it that you do? I would love to know. Just let me know in the comment section. For me, five things or five keys that I'm going to share with you has worked with me, works well with me, and hopefully that is going to help you as well. So, number one is planning, right? And I'm a very busy man. I'm leading a church. I'm, I have family. I'm going to school full time, and I do mentor a lot of people. With that level of activities, I need to plan everything. I need to plan. So usually at the beginning of the year, I plan my year. So my entire year is planned. Then I do a quarterly a planning, then I do a monthly planning, and then I do a weekly one, then I do a daily one. So, but it's important that your days, and even my day off, it comes with a little bit of planning. Today, I'm not going to reveal to you this secret, but let me just tell you, since you guys are so friendly to me, it's my day off. But somebody decided that I'll work today, but I'm happy to do that because I love you guys. But anyway, so my days are planned. I plan um, what I'll do in the morning, what is if I want to watch some TVs, or that's my day, but I still have a plan. And I plan my week, what I would do, and so forth. So when you have a planning like that, it does help you, and it gives you a lot of pocket of time to do different stuff. So, and that will lead us to number two, which is time management. You need to manage your time well. A lot of time I've sit with people and say, Pastor, I don't have time. I do a lot of things and I'm tired, and but. When I will volunteer to sit down with them, and say, okay, well, let's look into it. What is it that you do on a daily, on a weekly, on a monthly? And if we sit down and we start planning and say at this time, from this time to this time, this is what you're going to do, we ended up having a lot of time, right? When we say we don't have time to do, but we spend a lot of time watching TV or spending time on social media or whatnot. But maybe you it's good to do those things, but you have to manage it. So time management is the key. The Bible says in the book of Ecclesiastic that there's time for everything. It's time to be born. There's time to plan. There's time for everything. So it is important that you plan your time, from let's say in the morning, like you put your alarm, I'll wake up at 8, and go to work, and after work I have to go to the gym. And you can literally write it down. What do you want to do with your lunchtime? Is it you want an hour lunchtime, or you want 30 minutes? So depending on what you want to do. Remember one time at work, I wanted to start working out, on my lunchtime, and it didn't work. right? Because you have to take an hour lunch and then you have to spend a lot of time again at work. And but after work, I had some things that was going on, during that period of time that I'm like, maybe not, maybe not. And when you come back to work, you're tired, and maybe not. Maybe I want to do it after work or find a different day. So when you plan, it does help you a lot. And number three, prioritizing, right? Like I said, being in ministry is important, but family is also important. And there's a lot of things that that you still have to do, so you have to prioritize. And we need to understand that our first ministry is family, right? Coming from a pastor, yes. The Bible says that a minister that wants to lead people, he has to be able to lead his family first, right? If you cannot manage your family, if you cannot lead your family, if you're not a good leader on your family, you won't be able to lead other people. So prioritizing will help. What comes first? What at what time I have to do this, and at what time I have to do that. And there are some things that are good, but they're not important. There's some things that maybe they have to wait. That's not the time. So you just have to look at priorities. And if you set up priorities, you will know what comes first, in what order, and it'll help you make a good decision. Because sometimes we fall into a trap that we want to do everything, although it's good, but it's always better to pick things that are best, than just everything, right? Things that if I don't do it now, it may delay some other things, or it might shake and move things around. So just prioritize. Okay, we have to move on. But anyway, number four, um, delegation. We have a lot of especially in ministry. Moses fall into that before, is in the Bible. It was anointed, but didn't delegate. He wanted to do everything on his own. There's some things that I have people around me, they can do it. Maybe you can just trust them and ask them and to vote. There are some people that want to volunteer and help me out. So I think delegation is important. Even in the family, you can tell your wife or your husband, hey, can you help with this while I'm doing that at the church, or vice versa. You can just help one another. I think delegation it's important. Sharing different responsibility, is the key. I do delegate a lot, and it took me to train a lot of people, so that I can give them some other responsibilities, and give me a breather. Otherwise, you ended up doing everything and you'll be burned out. So if you want to stay away from that, you have to delegate. And I know some of you will say, well, I don't have people that are skilled enough to do that. Then train them. Right? Train them. I do believe, I highly believe in training. I train a lot. And Jesus himself, it took some time to train his disciple, and he sent them out there. He delegated. And the Bible says, in the book of Mark 16, that Jesus have called us. He said, I'm sending you out there. What is that? Go preach the gospel. Whoever will believe will be baptized, and and you'll cast out devils in my name, and you'll heal the sick. What is that? It's delegation, right? If God himself will delegate, why not you? If Jesus will trust me, why cannot you trust people out there, right? So delegation. And last but not least, taking good care of yourself, right? Because especially when we are in the ministry, the trap is that you want to be Superman, helping the entire world, but now thinking about you. you need to take care of yourself, good care of yourself. And I remember one time when I was being assessed as a minister, one thing that I did fail, that's a long time ago, it was on taking care of me. I will be out there and loving on people and giving my time to people, but not to me. So it is important that although you want to help people out there, giving them your time and energy, and give the same energy to yourself, because the Bible says that love your neighbor like you do love what? Who? Like you do love yourself. So you need to love yourself first before you love other people. If you cannot love yourself, it means that the love that you're giving out there, it's ironic, right? So learn how to love yourself. That means that you need to have healthy boundaries, because if you don't put a boundary, people will come in and take even the time that you don't have. People can call you all the time and not understanding that you have to rest, right? Even Jesus rested because remember the Bible verse that Jesus slept on the board? How deep was that sleep that he couldn't hear the wind? It means that, his human nature, he felt that, he felt that the weight of the job. And Jesus wasn't even happy that his disciple waked him up, right? He said, "Why you guys have little faith? Let me sleep." So it's important to have some time for yourself, time to rest. When is your day off? Get some rest. Don't say, "Well, Pastor, yourself, you didn't rest today." Well, today is an exception, right? And it was some time that I give, and I planned it, and I'll still have some room of time to rest. So again, number one, planning. Number two, time management. Number three, prioritizing. Number four, delegating. And number five, you need to take good care of yourself. And that is a great balance between ministry and family life or personal life. God bless you, and I can't wait to see you next. So make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. God bless you.